If you're looking for the best forgiving iron, here's a list you must see. We made this list based on our personal preference and sorted it based on their features, prices, quality, durability, and reputation of the manufacturers and customer feedback. Also, we've included options for every type of customer. So let's get started. At the first position of our list, we have Taylormade M4 Irons. Taylormade have gone the extra mile with the M4 Super Game Improvement Irons. They've created a ricker behind the face to make the face flex and give you more distance anywhere you hit it on the face. The ricker puts more weight around the edges of the club to improve acoustics and correct your off-center hits. The sweet spot is so wide, it extends almost the entire groove area, so when you miss-hit the ball, it still goes a long way and straight as an arrow. Taylormade's M4 set has been specially designed to increase the height of your shots. The short irons get up quickly and mid-irons are so forgiving, you'll think they're wedges. With that increase in height, the ball comes down soft to stay on the green and give you more birdie and par putts. Balls launch high when you hit them, and the wide soles help to get under the ball, especially in deep rough, to get your golf ball moving toward the green and out of the weeds. The heavy perimeter weighting means you can swing it and trust the club to do the work for you. There's no stress wondering what's going to happen next. Taylormade has designed the M4 iron set with forgiveness in mind. They're extremely accurate irons, and with the offset hustle, cavity back design, they tick all our boxes. I recommend the 5-iron to PW or the 4-iron to PW set as one of the most forgiving irons today. Moving on to the next at number 2 with Taylormade SIM MAX Irons. The new SIM MAX iron set from Taylormade have a large sweet spot and very forgiving on both toe and heel miss-hits, make these clubs a mid and high handicapper's dream. The extra forgiveness away from the sweet spot is from the slots cut out in the sole of the club. The face is connected to rest of the club by the top line so that it actually performs similar to a fairway wood face. With a floating face, that means bigger rebound and more distance. At address, the clubs look very strong, and feedback from each shot is consistent with the clubs having a crisp reverberation at impact. For game improvement irons, they have a good degree of workability and so are even a good choice for players of mid to mid-low handicap players. These are great clubs to pair with one of the Taylormade hybrids to complete the set. Add a forgiving fairway wood to that and you'll have a set you can use for a long time. The SIM MAX are real good. A club for both good players and those looking to drastically improve their wayward approach game due to inconsistency with distance and direction. Honestly though, if you went for the previous models, the Taylormade M4s, would you be missing much? Probably not. The number 3 position is held by Cleveland Launcher Turbo HB Irons. The HB high-bore turbo irons are the new super game improvement clubs from Cleveland, designed to help you hit more consistent shots with ease. We're talking straight to the target and way up in the air. They're almost impossible to miss it. I wish I was exaggerating, but Tia from my channel has been using these for a season and is in love with golf even more than when she played the round in this video. It's not the first time Cleveland have produced these weird-looking clubs. The older Cleveland HB launchers won over a lot of golfers with their extreme forgiveness and consistent ball flight. This style of progressive hybrid and iron combination set's really easy to hit, and the only thing stopping most golfers from switching over to them is ego. A lot of golfers want to look like the pros with standard-looking irons in their bag. But if you're struggling to get the ball to fly decent distances with standard irons, these clubs could revolutionize your entire golf experience. The set starts with a 4-iron shaped exactly like a hybrid, and as the set progresses toward pitching wedge, the hybrid back of the club gets smaller until you can't see it on the pitching wedge. The thick sole created by the hybrid design of the irons makes them easy to hit out of any lie. It just can't be stated enough how easy they are to hit. Cleveland have colored the hybrid back of the irons black to calm down the appearance to give it a more streamlined look, because it can be distracting if you're used to standard irons. Do yourself a favor and try these clubs. You might find they're the most forgiving irons you've ever hit. Next at number 4, we have Callaway Mavrik Irons. While the Cleveland high-bore irons in this guide might scare you because of the beginner-ish looks, Callaway took your exact worries and created the Callaway Mavrik Irons. These clubs look good. Like old-school ping iron good. They don't look like max game improvement irons at all, but they are. We all need help with hitting a golf ball, and these fit the bill. If you need some help getting it in the air and keeping it there, the Mavrik Irons have been designed to solve that problem. They've made the faces thinner around the edges with thicker areas near the sweet spot to maximize center strikes and rectify the off-center hits. Callaway have put a tungsten energy core in the cavity back to create a more desirable high launch. With stronger lofts on the irons, they need to raise the center of gravity to get that ball flying higher. Be warned that you may see an increase in distance, but tie may just be down to stronger lofts, like with most modern irons. In the bag, you will notice the huge cavity back and extra wide sole, which makes your golf bag look more like a pro's and less like a handicapped golfer. When swinging the club, you'll notice the extra weight in the sole gets more weight under and behind the ball for superior shots that fly high and far, landing softly at your target. Well-struck shots sound pure to the ears, and feedback from the club face is sufficient to tell you when you've hit it flush and when you've mishit it. The best part for you is the mishit isn't going to be 30 yards short of a well-struck shot. These clubs are forgiving and give you maximum distance for your efforts. The number 5 position is held by Wilson Staff D7 irons. A lot of golfers might scoff at the idea of playing Wilson irons, but these are top-notch quality golf clubs. The D in the name means distance, so expect the focal point of this club to be power and not finesse. The heads are nicely weighted so you can really feel the club head throughout the swing. This is an important feature of a club, to feel where the club head is through the swing. They offer great feel when you make contact with the ball with excellent control and forgiveness, so you know the ball is going in the direction you intend. Picking the right ball to pair with these clubs will improve your game tremendously if you're a 13+ handicapper. It's easy to be convinced by all the marketing of the big brands, but there are some value sleeper sets out there, and this one made the list because the clubs are quality and can give most of these clubs in this category a run for the money. The number 6 position is dominated by Cleveland Launcher UHX irons. The UHX are a slick, cleaner-looking upgrade to the beautiful CBX, which had the blue cavity back, are some of the best irons Cleveland have made. From an aesthetics point of view, I believe these Launcher UHX irons are the most beautiful in the category. The lofts are stronger than most sets, so you'll see an increase in distance. The sole is V-shaped to improve interaction with the turf a lot like their Strixon irons. Cleveland and Strixon are the same company, so the tech can transfer. The stock shaft in the club is very light and allows you to generate quite a bit of club head speed, which of course means more distance. Coupled though with the fat top line of the club, and it's like you're swinging Thor's hammer onto the ball. Longer irons in the set are set up with a hollow cavity back, covered and strong-looking top line, meaning the focal point here is distance and power with less waywardness. It's not easy to hit long irons, but these make it easier. The short clubs, 8 iron and down, are designed for more precision and spin for more attacking prowess. You'll get laser toward grooves in the club face, so while they may go further and bigger, they will still sit down. Overall, a beautiful looking club with strong top line and sweet spot to give you forgiveness and make it easier to hit the sweet spot. A variable high-strength steel face insert gives you the explosive ball speeds you need to reach more greens. Moving on to the next at number 7 with Cobra King Speedzone irons. The king of edgy yet forgiving and playable clubs, Cobra continue aiming their offerings at the mid-handicappers and higher handicappers. I didn't include the F9 speedbacks in the list, but they are good, and you could them if you like a budget prior model option. To make them easier to hit, Cobra removed 3 grams of weight from the top line in the 4-7 iron of the Speedzone model. Then they put 2 thin strips of carbon fiber in this slot to keep the top line strong with less weight. The grooves in the club face start off as a V shape in the long irons, and that helps reduce the spin to get you more distance and roll, while the shorter irons have a U-shaped groove to increase spin to give you more stopping power. The reason they need to do this is because the club is just that forgiving that it may seem difficult to stop the ball in time with the stronger lofts and higher launch properties of the modern iron. Cobra Connect in the grips tracks your shot distances and your game using the Arcos system, which is fantastic for your analysis. You will need to pay extra for that though. The other great part of these clubs is they come in the 1-length TH variety, which means every club is the length of a 7 iron. But beware, as it may take some getting used to, and I suggest seeing a pro to help you dial it in, as it can feel weird hitting a 4 iron and 9 iron with the same length. The number 8 position is held by Taylormade SIM2 MAX OS. The latest iron set from the SIM2 MAX series provides even more forgiveness for high handicappers and beginning golfers. With a full suite of popular TaylorMade features, the SIM2 MAX OS irons stand out for their large sweet spots along the face, extended distance, and improved feel and responsiveness. The best feature on these irons is the cap-back design. The feature increases strength across the face by stiffening the head using lightweight steel, along with the eco-damping system that reduces vibration. The SIM2 MAX Irons will straighten your shots and provide the best feel on the market for game improvement level irons. Next at number 9, we have Callaway Golf Men's Rogue Golf Iron Set. Callaway Golf Men's Rogue Irons set is designed with urethane behind the ultra-thin club face that is intended to give extra bounce and distance at impact. These golf irons are no different. They're about as long as any golf irons I've hit, with a nice penetrating trajectory. Forgiveness is sacrificed a bit here, as missing the sweet spot produces a thud-wide clank sound and a ball flight that leaves a little to be desired. The satisfying snap I'm used to hearing from Callaway irons is a little deficient here. Overall, the golf irons just feel extra stiff, like they're fighting the ball instead of just hitting it. I found them remarkably easy to work from right to left and left to right, and they do look great. Squaring them at approach and nestling the golf irons behind the ball inspires a confident swing. The remarkable distance is a result of their face cup and variable face technology that expands the springy area of the super thin club face. A tungsten weight in the toe puts the center of gravity in a low, forward spot to help get the ball up in the air quickly. However, I've found that tungsten is often the culprit in an iron that feels too stiff and sounds clanky. They do what they can to temper the sound with a pillow of urethane microspheres in the hollow space behind the club face. I shudder to think of what they'd sound like without the urethane padding. The last thing Callaway has done to max out distance is to shrink the loft of every iron. The 3 iron is 18 degree, which in years past would be called a 1 or 2 iron. The pitching wedge is 44 degrees, the loft of a Mizuno 9 iron. This might be why they fly so far, but don't have the forgiveness you're expecting from the iron you're hitting. But if you're looking for breakout distance, the Rogues are hard to beat. Finally, the number 10 position is dominated by Callaway Golf 2021 Epic Max Driver. Cleveland is a company known primarily for their wedges, but with the Callaway's Mavrik, irons offer outstanding forgiveness along with jaw-dropping power. A great combination for golfers of all skill levels. Powered by the artificial intelligence-aided design, nothing goes to waste with the Mavrik club head. Not only does the massive sweet spot generate distance and launch, but the wide hitting area also redirects shots back toward the target line when the point of impact gets out on the toe. A wonderfully capable iron set that delivers distance, accuracy, and possesses a very forgiving nature. The Callaway Mavrik remains one of the best iron sets on the market today. That's all for today. We upload sports product review videos every single day, so don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon for the upcoming video notification.